Interaction animations. Whenever you have a timeline in your page, most of the interactions will come with built-in animations. This is true obviously for the video pages, but it's also true for blank pages in case you're putting a video in a blank page, and it's also applying in the animated slide page. Now I'll show you what it looks like. So we see here that I have a text box, and it has a built-in animation. So let's see what it looks like. So my video is playing, and you can see a small fade in for the interaction appearing. And if I keep pressing on the play button, it will disappear with a fade out, like so. Now, in order to do those interactions, well, it's very simple. They're already toggled in by default. So if I just click on a hotspot, I'll just make it a bit bigger, like this. Change its color real quick. So I just created a hotspot. If I simply click on save, you will see that it already has an animation by default, and that is the fade in, fade out by default. Now, if you want to change that animation, or if for some reason you want to toggle it off, I'll show you how to do that. So double click in order to edit your animation, in order to edit your interaction. And in the pop-up window, you can see a tab which is called Animations. Simply click on that one, and it will give you two parameters, the entrance animation and the exit animation. Clicking on the first one, entrance animation, well, you've guessed it, it's for when the animation will start. Now we have a fade in, that's the one made in default, but if we press the X, or if we click on the drop down and we select none, there will be no animation at all. So let's save and see what that looks like. If I play my interaction again, you can see that it appears right away. But since the fade out, the exit animation is still there. If I click on play, it will disappear with a fade out. Now, if we go back in our interaction, so we'll grab the text box, go in animation again. I'll walk you through a little bit the different types of animation that we have. So, clicking on the entrance animation, if you look at the drop-down menu, you have a fade in, but you also have flip, flip and bounce, swoop, whirl, shrink, bounce, slide, and a couple more. I won't go through all of them because, well, they're all basically presets of different types of animation, but I'll just show you a couple of different ones to give you an idea of what it looks like. In order to do that really rapidly, before actually previewing your interaction, you can click on the preview button and it will show you only the animation. So you can see that the flip and bounce does that, and the world will do this. You have for example, a bounce and move, which will appear from the side. So I'll let you, I'll let your curiosity run through and go through all of the animations presets that we have. Now, choosing an animation, you will have different types of parameters. Most of them will have a duration. This is in milliseconds, indicated by the MS right here. So just doing, getting that number higher will make the animation last longer. So you can select this. I'll put it at 4,000 to really show you the difference. So this is very slow. If you put it at 50, it will be really, really fast. It will happen between the span of 50 milliseconds. So for now, I'll leave it at 500. Now, this is for the fade in. Depending on your type of animation, you might have different parameters available to you to customize that animation. For example, if I click on the flip and bounce, let's see a preview of that. You see that it flips before fading in. So again, you have the duration, but you also have the axis. So you can decide to do it horizontal or vertical instead. If we go to another one, I'll show you just maybe another one. If we go on slide, you see that it's appearing from the left, but again, you have a direction. You can make it appear from the bottom if you want instead, like so. So I won't go through all of the parameters because they're pretty much straightforward. All of them are either a direction, an axis, or a duration. You can go and experiment with them. Don't forget to use the preview button to have a quick preview of what the animation looks like. Now the exit animation, it's pretty much the same thing, but you've guessed it, it's for when the animation is disappearing. So clicking on the drop-down menu, you will have the exact same parameters. So the same types of animation with the same, with the same parameters at the bottom and a preview button. And this one will show you how it's going to fade out. Now keep in mind, it's reappearing at the end rather abruptly. That's because the animation has ended and it's time now to display the interaction again. So just keep in mind that the preview, it will not do this and reappear. It will just disappear like this and then go away. So if we take, we'll try an example. If we take expand, and we'll put it at 1000 millisecond, click on save, and we'll go see what that looks like. You can see my interaction appearing from the bottom with a slide type of interaction. And when it's going away, it's going away with an expand animation, which since it's going away, it's actually a shrink. So this is it for the animations. An important thing to note is that this is completely aesthetic. So you can set up your tooltips, you can open a web page, you can do everything you want. Animations are separated and they will work straight out of the box independently of what type of interaction that you are doing. For now, the interactions that have animations are the text box, circle, hotspot, and the image, but it might also later on in development migrate to the questions or different types of interactions if we add them in the future. Basically, whenever you're editing one of your interactions, when you see an animation pop-up window, an animation tab, well, now you know what it's for. Also try to experiment with animations using images interactions. There are really nice effects that you can create when using your images and various types of animations to really add that added effect in your e-learning courses. So this is it for animations.